comments. No, not that. Alright. What's up, guys, and welcome to Assassin's Creed 3. We're gonna be doing a walkthrough through the campaigns on both of these games. I've had this game for a while, but I've never really thought about doing a live stream on the game, so let's go right for it, man. Then hopefully I can get to finding and buying Assassin's Creed Rogue Remastered, and I do a game on that. But here we go. Now I did play through a part of the campaign already. If you guys never played Assassin's Creed 3, you should buy it. There's like, you get to play like 2 different people. But if you never played, well, if you played Assassin's Creed games before, then especially when they were new, like from Assassin's Creed 1 all the way to 3, you lived in the story of this man. The one that it just showed running was Desmond Miles, who is pretty much an icon to this franchise. And right now I'm controlling a little native kid, as you can tell. But as soon as we progress further into the story, he becomes a badass. That's what I'm gonna say. He becomes a badass. And then I'll also bring Black Flag content, maybe some Unity if anyone's still playing that. Syndicate. Then I'll also do Origins. I don't have Odyssey for the PS4, I have it for the Xbox. But it doesn't really feel like an Assassin's Creed in a way, but who cares? Alright. Come on. Got it. That dude has some muscle for a little kid, huh? Oh, damn. Go home, huh? Oh, shit. Here we go. Oh, man. Oh boy. Oh, not that. Alright, so right now we're with the same character, but it's years into a couple years into the future, and he's a teenager now, I believe. Well, looks like we're gonna be going for feathers. Now, if you guys ever played an Assassin's Creed game, then you know how And the free running in this game is great. When I live stream Assassin's Creed Origins, then you'll see that the running's about the same, but the controls are a little different. And the gameplay.
Según ino tumne.
Ha, nektizaha akta dahunenu haje. Te dum zohum jokna de waire. Toga yaho tena tai de waire, toga yah tai de waderio, to arde na zawane.
Tokni kuhak. Wagerek tagari hunyani of nirt zia gerata.
Tigawanio, to agut yotti na kuni. Zaha gasto zeriohage diniotne oya.
Nekzia tamdo era ye de negahondage.
Yahta de dum zohum unkai go deriander ge wahi. Au yungeni dogas ki dogan deni gweni toya yedenewe ne dosa ya yedini rada ne umzage.
Waderian dat seraksa ne giga.
Das kena gera.
So what was it? Oh, yeah. So the free running in Assassin's Creed games is insane. In Assassin's Creed 1, the running was awesome, and the climbing, but in that one it was kind of slow until you got into the second one. In the second one, the climbing did get advanced. Let me help him. Okay, so Assassin's Creed 2 is where the climbing got advanced. Because it actually made it to where you don't really... Because throughout the game you get a lot of abilities to when it comes to climbing buildings and structures and stuff. The campaign for Assassin's Creed 2 is pretty long, but it is worth it though. And the main protagonist in that one is Ezio Auditore da Firenze, and he has a lifespan of 3 games under his name. Are you getting orange juice, Mama? A tea? Is it the tea that Dad makes himself when he's not feeling good?
Nahoda, what got ni guruni?
Yatte wak kwenyo agwego yang geni haraunge. Ga gader har de zinora agwego a seroroge. Kaduga isere ya daga yeri zinigo yung geniga. Tont mur harige. Daga hungada no na onha. Onega ya gaho am zidra dondi.
ice falls out, I usually put it in the dog bowl. Call me if you need me, okay, mommy? Right here if you need me. Man, sure, I really should pause these to let you know when exactly I'm gonna leave the game, but so if you guys are any of my subscribers and you played at least one Assassin's Creed, tell me if you liked it or if you thought it was okay or you didn't like it at all. Since this game does evolve around a lot of world history, so this one is based off the American Revolution. That's if you played, in case you guys didn't know that, this one's based off the American Revolution. And then Assassin's Creed, the first one that kicks everything off, it takes place in the Crusades, the Third Crusade actually. And there you play as Assassin Altair. Ibla Ahad, I think. No, that's wrong. Wait, what do I have to quit? Snare, there we go. What else? Alright, there, equip the bow back. Alright, alright, here's some clues. Alright, let me...
Ja.
Alright. Let me tell you the rest of the locations for all these games. So I left off on 1 and the third one. So let me tell you the location of the second game. Right, wrong thing. Oh man. Maybe I shouldn't have shot right in the bushes. I'm down. I'm down 2 arrows. Okay. So Assassin's Creed 2 takes place in Italy during the Renaissance, and then the second game to the assassin Ezio Auditore's story is Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and that one still is in the Renaissance, I guess, but his path takes him all the way to Rome. And then the third game of Ezio's life is Assassin's Creed Revelations, and this is him in his like 50s, I think. Yeah, he might be in his mid to late 50s, and he went in same thing, still set around the Renaissance. But this game actually takes him all the way to Turkey. Well, it says I have to assassinate something in midair. Well, it says I need to assassinate something in midair. Oh boy. Okay. Alright. 5. Thank you for that. Now I need to find this one that has my arrow. Alright. 4. Now where's this one that has my arrow? Oh, I didn't complete any of this. Oh well. Okay, so I got distracted by doing all these assignments, so let me get back to telling you the locations. So I'm not gonna count this one because I said that one at the beginning. So the 4th installment of Assassin's Creed takes us to the Caribbean, where we fight as pirate Edward James Kenway. And throughout the story, you're gonna see. Oh shit. You're gonna find out that he becomes an assassin at the end, and he becomes an assassin legend. Especially in this one, Sean Hastings, the guy outside the Anubis, he talks about Edward a little bit. Then after that, we have 2 different games released at the same time. We have Assassin's Creed Rogue for the PS3 and Xbox 360, which was basically Assassin's Creed 4, pretty much. And because it had the same stuff in it, had the same everything. We had We had the same naval gameplay in that one. The only thing that's different is the character and the weapons he has. Well, the weapons are about the same. But, because in Assassin's Creed 4, Edward has 2 swords. In Rogue, the main character is named St. Patrick Cormac, and he has 1 sword and 1 dagger as his dual blades. And there's another one that was released from the 2, and this one's Assassin's Creed Unity. Now I'm pretty sure a lot of people know this game has a glitchy mess. Even with the update they did to fix a lot of these, they still considered it a glitchy mess. And this game was released on the PS4 and Xbox One back in 2014, when this game was new. And when they saw this, they were mad that the previous gen consoles got the better game of the 2. And they wanted this game on the current consoles, and they did. It's a remaster, but they added a few new features. You get the additional legacy costumes to this game, which before you only had access to 2. Well, actually, no, you had access to 4. You had access to Connor's, Edward's, Assassin outfits, Ezio's costume, and Altair's costume. But there was a bonus if you also played Unity between the 2. So these 2 games had a little thing going on between them. So if you played Rogue, you had access to Shay Cormac's. Shay Cormac's costume was in a golden chest that you unlocked. But you had to the game needed to know that you played Rogue before it unlocks this chest. On the Rogue side of things, you had access to Assassin's Creed Unity's main character costume, Arnold Dory, which was a slick blue costume that you got to wear.
Where am I?
You are where you were before.
And
if you mean to ask what it is you now see, it is known as the Nexus. From here, probabilities are calculated
you also
so that the
got
proper
access to
path may be
Arnold's
chosen.
swords. Now,
What path?
Rogue was a good game.
Yours.
I mean, said that I started off on PS3 playing Assassin's Creed on Rogue, but that's the game that got me into it. And then I basically bought every single one of them from here on out. And after that, the series takes well, not really a year break. The next year we take a trip to Victorian London in 1860, when technology was at its peak. We had trains everywhere. We had
who will bring to him the last peace.
We had
open the door.
I do not understand.
Nor need you.
We had steamboats introduced.
Such was not my intention. You are important, child.
In
more ways
Assassin's Creed Syndicate,
ever know.
it brought a lot of advanced technology to the series.
Gather in secret, preparing to seize control of the land.
And when it was released, I enjoyed the game, because this was the first Assassin's Creed I bought on a PS4. And then I also bought Unity a little later than I thought I would, but it was still a good game, and I got a lot of good loot out of the thing. So,
special lineage. Past, present, future.
Everyone in that plays Assassin's Creed, they liked it at first, because this London was actually a highly recommended location for an Assassin's Creed game.
You must
but once they found out that the character we were getting was not the one in the concept,
what work?
Maintaining the current course will result in a
well,
negative
I don't
outcome.
think it was because they were mad about it, but
Premature access will
not because of the
destabilize the region.
protagonist thing, but
Your village
it
and
was
its
the first
people will
game
be
to
destroyed.
use co-characters. Because I'll get deeper into this. So in Assassin's Creed Syndicate, you had two main characters you got to play as. And they're both siblings. You got to play as twin siblings, Jacob
What
and
am I to
Evie
do?
Fry.
You will
One
learn
male
from
and one
Anne, who will
female.
provide additional training. Seek
Now
this
between the
symbol.
two, a lot of people preferred
No doubt you have many
Evie Fry
questions.
because
Time
she
will
had
see
more
them
of that
answered.
serious
For
mentality,
now,
when
you
Jacob,
must
however,
follow. Leading is
uh,
freedom.
was the comedian, because he liked joking a lot. I mean, he did have that assassin mentality still, where he wanted to kill Templars. Now that's a good thing for a character. And then, after the events of this game, we take a year-long break. Or 2 years, I think. Yeah, 2 years. We didn't get a game in 2016 other than a remaster of the Ezio games. Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations in 2016, which was good. Now, I already told you the events of those locations, so we move a year ahead. They actually release a new game. And this one is called Assassin's Creed Origins. And in this game, you go into the events of Egypt, into the BC era, and this game pretty much you play until, and then you find out that the characters in this game founded the Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. And the main character in this one is Bayek. He is a Medjay, basically a police officer of that time. And this one goes of him wanting revenge for the death of his son when he witnessed some masked people kill his kid because he wouldn't do what they asked because he didn't know what it was. And they killed his son, and he went on a rampage, and he left a city called Siwa, and he went on his great adventure. And towards the end, if you played it, he helped find. He's a co-founder of the Brotherhood at the end, but it doesn't automatically it doesn't start out being called the Assassin Brotherhood. It starts out being called the Hidden Ones. And there's DLC after that when they actually shows him actually finding the Brotherhood with his wife or ex-wife. Because after the main campaign, him and his wife break up because one, their kid has been dead for about a year now, or 2 years since then, and since they didn't have their kid anymore, there was nothing that was holding them together anymore, and their jobs were pretty much tearing them apart. So they found out that it was nearly impossible to be with each other. So
but whatever it was that
his
carried me
wife
away from home soon fled, replaced by
Amunet,
questions and no small amount of doubt. Had I been too hasty? Had I made a mistake? The others in the village, they thought this was something I wanted, something I chose to do. But it never felt that way to me.
Not that way.
No.
Right.
It was not a choice. It was an obligation.
So, in
because if
Assassin's
not
Creed
me,
2,
Then
there
who?
is basically something called the Assassin Hall of Fame. And in this Assassin Hall of Fame, it holds records of assassins that aided the assistance of countless people in its most desperate need. And shit. And there's two characters that are in this certain Hall of Fame that have been used already. So Amunet is in Assassin's Creed Origins, but her real name is Aya, and she is in that Hall of Fame because she helped. She pretty much killed Cleopatra using a snake. And now, if you played Assassin's Creed Origins and it's Hidden Ones DLC, you see that she never killed Cleopatra yet. But she's in the Hall of Fame because Cleopatra became a Templar, or a Order of the Ancients, because that's what the name that Odyssey. No, wait, am I missing you? No, I haven't got to that game yet. So she's basically in the Hall of Fame because she helped kill a Templar that would have pretty much destroyed the people. And the people that were going to get destroyed was Cleopatra's very own people. So, not what you call a leader right there, but see, I might come down here to take this dude's cash. Oh shit. Oh good. He didn't fall off the mountain. Take his money. Alright, that'll do something for me in the meantime. Now I can't climb back up. I hope so. No, I can't. Dang it. It's gotta be a way back up. Oh, here we go. I found a spot where I can climb back up. Alright. So, that's Assassin's Creed Origins. Now the next game, the next installment to this franchise is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And this game takes place in Greece. And in this game, you don't really play as an assassin at all. You play as a Spartan. Yep, you heard me right, a Spartan. But it's a Spartan that is linked to this particular thing. So let me go deeper into what I mean by this. So in this game, you get to choose what kind of person you want to play as. So, and they're both siblings too, which is another thing. But you don't get to play both. You have to choose one, and then the game has its own story for the other character if you don't choose. So you get to play as characters if you choose to play characters. So the character selections are Alexios, who is the male character, and then you have the female character named Cassandra. And this one this guy. then I'm gonna at least kill the other guys. Alright, I have a fresh load. Alright. Alright, so in this story, you still have to fight the Order of the Ancients, basically the Templars. But in this one, you don't play as assassins at all. You just play two people who are descendants of pretty much a guy that club hated so much. So they were basically assassins, but Johnstown, wait.
If you're looking for the hunting cabin, you're almost there. Over there.
Wait, what? The Hunting Society? Oh, never mind about that. Alright, so what was that? Oh, yeah. Talking about Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Alright, so this game, well, the main campaign, it's not really anything about related to assassins. Well, the Order anyway. Oh shit. Okay. So the main campaign, so it starts off with basically the Persian War. No, not the Persian War. But it gives you a cutscene of a scene that pretty sure a lot of people are familiar with. Leonidas and the 300 Spartans standing up to an army of 10 million Persian men.
Get out of the way!
After him!
And well, there's a lot of cutscenes involved with this war. But once you complete the campaign, you get the first DLC that comes out with that, and it has 3 episodes, meaning it's the full campaign, but it's released at 3 separate times. It's split into 3 parts. Legacy of the First Blade. This is when you encounter an actual member of this brotherhood, or the hidden ones, basically. But this one, his name is Is this a horse? I can't steal his horse. Oh, that was his name, Brasidas. He was also in the Assassin Hall of Fame for killing Xerxes. The tyrant Xerxes. Now, I think if I remember... Now...
Hello? Hello? You must be one of them native fellas from the,
If I think what happened...
Aye. You from that?
Because during the Persian-Greek War, Xerxes never died. He just ran off and just disappeared. But the game shows him in Persia. Now in this one, you did have the hidden ones. But it didn't stick that way for long because everyone basically the Order of the Ancients convinced that group of hidden ones to protect Xerxes. And then Brasidas left and he came to Greece. And then you end up going on an adventure with him, and he ends up taking your kid away.
Told you could train
Yeah,
me.
you
No.
end up having a kid with his kid because you end up getting married to
I'm
his
not
kid.
leaving.
And then you give your baby to him, and there's a little connection between the two. The kid turns out to be the ancestor. Alexios and Cassandra are basically the ancestor to Aya, or aka Amunet from Origins. Now that's that game, because the next DLC, it's different. Like Origins, the second DLC, it goes away from that story. Origins, the second DLC, you go
I need a
into
place to camp.
pretty much a underworld thing. And then Odyssey, you go into, I guess you can say underworld. You go into the spirit world. But that's that game. So this next game has not been released yet until next year. But it's not going to be released till the holidays, so which is the time when the PlayStation 5 gets released. So and this one is Assassin's Creed Ragnarok. I think that's what it's called. This setting is going to be taking place around the Viking Ages. No, I'm live streaming. Yeah, this game in the franchise takes place in the Viking Ages. So far, the title is Assassin's Creed Ragnarok. Same like the other, like the Greece game. This one's not gonna really be linked to the Brotherhood, or at least the main story won't. Maybe the DLCs will, but
There must be another way in.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they're gonna keep the same system where you get certain gear and you can do customizing of how you want your Viking. Though, since research goes, Vikings were not known for stealth at all. They were mostly
Please, all
like,
I
out in
ask
the
is a
open
moment
with
of
an
your
axe.
time.
I
But-
apologize if I've been unclear or otherwise confused
But-
you with my words. It was
Maybe
never my
the main
intention
character
to
of this one
mislead
actually will
you. So let me try
have
to
a little
clarify.
stealth in it.
Get the hell off my land.
So I don't know much details about that as of yet.
I'm coming up.
So I don't know if they're gonna, like in Odyssey, they included assassin hoods. So if you wanted to keep that assassin look on you, then you could equip a hood. Maybe they might do the same thing with this game, where they allow
Just
you
hear
to
me
use
out. What are you
hoods.
so afraid of?
Afraid?
So
You think I'm
that's
afraid
it.
of anything? They still all a self-important
That I can think
little
of.
scab like you?
Alright.
Oh, you might dream of being a hero, of riding to rescues, of saving the world.
And this has been my broadcast, and leave a comment, subscribe, and peace out.